Hey guys,
Hey,
Gregory here.
I'm John.
John and Greg are here. Text messages are going off on the computer.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been a
guys.
long time since we had a movie in the States of The Ring.
The Ring.
We're back now. Rings. It's been how many years since The Ring was what, 2002?
Was it?
Yeah, it was
probably.
2002.
It was like early.
The Ring 2 came out a few years later, and not too many people really dug it.
No.
I think in terms of plot, it's kind of cool. As an execution, I remember I only saw that one time in the theaters.
I didn't see it at all.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see The Ring 2. No, I saw The Ring. You made me watch The Ring in the dark, and I was terrified.
Yeah, I was talking with someone about it yesterday. I will never watch I saw The Ring twice. I'm not gonna watch it again.
That like twisted up face thing just fucked me up.
Anyway, this is Rings. Let's check this shit out.
You're not real!
Bitch is back.
You're not real.
Modern day plasma.
Ugh.
Come on, we gotta get up.
Ooh. Ooh, happy couple.
I keep thinking about this story. There's this video
Email changed things.
that kills you 7 days after you watch it.
Yeah, some shit to that.
The second it's over, the phone rings. And the voice says,
That's when she's coming for me.
You want to know about the girl?
Oh!
Not real.
What does she want from me?
This mark on your hand. It says rebirth.
She wants to be born.
Again? Ooh. Hey, horror.
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
Oh!
Mom?
Ugh.
here.
You've opened up a door. And now no one is safe.
Rings on a plane. Whoa, what are they trying to accomplish there?
Damn, yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
That was nuts at the end.
this is a cool trailer. I don't know how that's gonna go. The Ring on a plane is like really cool, but also seems kind of wacky.
The first thing I'm thinking about is Vincent D'Onofrio really became someone special amongst people like my age because of his role in Daredevil
Okay.
as Kingpin,
Yeah.
and now he's a blind guy.
He keeps popping up in these horror
I
movies.
said this on Rogue One.
Okay.
I'm going to say it here now. The blind community is going to get very upset soon that they're not casting real blind people.
They should guess.
Blind is in right now.
actors.
Blind is in. Okay, so we got Daredevil. We got Stick. We got the movie Don't Breathe with Stephen Lang as a blind guy. Donnie Yen's playing the blind guy in Rogue One.
The woman in Deadpool.
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 And now Vincent D'Onofrio is a blind guy.
Vinny D.
I need another punchline to end this. Seeing is believing.
Hey,
Anyway.
he's immune from the Ring. That's great for him. He can never.
Yeah.
But I just bet you that like he's seen the tape before, and that's why he's blind or something.
Okay, positives real fast. I like some of the effects. I think some of the effects are really cool. When her hands are together,
Yeah.
Anything with pulling stuff out of your throat like that, like anytime they do that in movies, I'm especially impressed.
Yeah, and that's a cool thing about J-horror to me is when they work in that sort of weird body horror stuff, that sort of odd. There's always a moment in a shower where something messed up happens, and I like that almost. It almost reminded me of Silent Hill when her hands are melting together. All the spooky stuff in this trailer I think is really cool.
And it's really into torturing women.
Yeah.
I always take a shower scene to torture a woman because nothing more vulnerable than a naked chick.
That's gonna be my J-horror movie's gonna have a dude shower scene.
I really hope this movie isn't just about what if, now with the internet?
What if it was in an email? But then what if it was on a plane?
What if you download it as an app? What if
it's on your phone?
Yeah. Now the ring tape is everywhere.
And I mean,
actually, that could be pretty crazy, but that would be a whole other film that would have to be this is the end of your franchise right here.
Well, and that's what this trailer gives to me is I'm sort of like, hey, all this stuff could be really cool. It could also be I could kind of crumble under the weight of all this stuff. I don't know.
That could be pretty scary if, think about it, an epidemic of virus spreads of this video to everyone, and then before you know it, Samara's in more places than once.
This definitely got potential. This is one of those trailers that piques my interest. I'm definitely interested to see where it goes. I don't know if I'm this is going to be amazing.
And it's totally a reboot. It's definitely a reboot, as much as they're going to call it Ring, because it technically is picking up after Ring 2. However, it's not about continuing the story of Naomi Watts' character and stuff.
Brand new attractive white couple.
Yeah. Well, Naomi Watts killed it. I had such a big crush on Naomi Watts after watching The Ring. Such a big crush.
She's a tremendous actress, too.
When I was really young, and I'm watching that movie, that one scene where she's changing, just in her bra and underwear, I'm just like, damn, this woman's so fucking hot and beautiful. Then I saw King Kong. Loved her in it, too. Not sure when it was where I stopped losing interest in her, but The Ring definitely hooked me.
Yeah, so.
On her potential.
I mean, she's a tremendous actress no matter where she is.
But that's what I liked about The Ring. Because despite what you might say about its character development and whatnot, it had a character in it where it allowed Naomi Watts to shine. It allowed Naomi Watts to give a performance.
Well, and it was one of those convincing, that's the kind of performance I always like, and when you get a great actor to do it, when you watch someone deteriorate over the course of a movie and just get worse and worse, always an impressive thing to me, and I like when these movies do that.
Yeah.
It seems like we're going to get a lot of that here, with especially the way, I don't know if they're going to put that into the movie, but the way they cut this trailer with the whole day 1, day 2, and just the days keep getting more and more fucked up. That's something exciting.
I would actually love it if they brought Naomi Watts back halfway through and kept that kind of a secret to everyone that she wasn't in it.
I wish they would bring her back as whatever they're doing with Vincent D'Onofrio. I wish she would come back as the one who can help you.
Yeah.
Through this. I think that would be a cool
Vincent D'Onofrio, anytime I see him in a film, I'm just excited. Yeah. I know everyone talks shit about his Jurassic World character. Definitely more on the writing than his performance, in my opinion.
Character, but he does a good job.
He does a good job, and I still think he's always a delight to watch. I think he's a really cool fucking actor. I loved him on Law & Order Criminal Intent. You ever see him on that?
Yeah.
He's the shit, dude. So anything he does, I'm going to be there just because I really like watching Vincent D'Onofrio. Like you say, he does appear in these weird kind of horror films.
He's always in the horror movie as the guy who we turn to who's an expert who can help us shed some light on this. It's always cool. He always brings something to it. It doesn't seem like he just goes on autopilot. I get the sense that these are fun roles for him.
I feel like this movie, though, so far, it's the trailer just wants to show us that fun scares will be there. But if you look at the plot of The Ring 1 and 2, I know you didn't see Ring 2. Sorry, going to spoil it for you.
Doesn't she want to be her son or something like that? Just take over his life?
But in the first one, when that movie ends, she ends with Aiden, the son, copying the tape. And then after they copy the tape, the son's like, well, what are we going to do now? Naomi Watts' character, I think her name is Rachel, is pretty much... Rachel! In the first one, she decides this is just going to live on. We just got to get it out of our lives. But it's still going to live on. Second one, it's more I'm going to shut this shit down. It's not about that the whole time, but, by the end, it pretty much is becoming about, I'm going to close the lid on this well,
Because if it comes back, then you're oh, okay, the Zen approach does not work.
Yeah, exactly, because then she's always going to come back. So I don't know what happens. I would like it to still be connected to that, though. Because in my opinion, Rachel saved the day, and she sealed the well. She sealed Samara in that well. And in my recollection, I think it ends on a good note, too. Like, the
Okay.
first one ends on, like, a kind of dour note.
Yeah.
That one ends, like, on a good note. Like, she has Aiden back, and even though Aiden's father died in it, I'm really ruining the movie for you.
It's all good. I'm not too
Simon
concerned.
Baker's in it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, Simon Baker. I hope they bring some of that stuff back. I don't know what to expect.
I want to know
from the
why it's
story.
out there. I want to know why it's still out there.
Yeah, I mean, this makes
Then
me...
again, there are a lot of copies of it still floating around. But that would mean someone had to gone into the web.
Somebody would have had to...
The
have
rules of
transferred-
your universe kind of don't make sense.
Now I want to know what they're going to do with the rules, because I'm like, yeah, who took the time to, like, digitally transfer this from tape onto a computer? Like, who spent time on this and why? And now that it's, out apparently everywhere...
Yeah.
How do we copy it? So I'm just curious as to how they explain it, because they very well might have a good explanation, because this looks like an updated The Ring. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like a modern version of The Ring, which is cool, but I also need to see if these characters are going to be compelling, if the story's going
Yeah.
to be good. I get the sense that this is going to be a cool horror movie with some spooky J-horror shit. I don't know much beyond that from this.
Yeah, because I really hope it's not just about tactical scares. That was one thing I really admired about The Ring. There's like an actual story here that like you find compelling in the twists and the turns and the understanding. And
It did
I
what a
don't
horror-
get it. And then I remember the first time. I've told you about when my dad saw The Ring, right?
I think so, but refresh my memory now. Tell the viewers at home.
One of my favorite memories of my father was the first time he saw the ending to The Ring. We were watching in my living room because we rented it at like Odyssey Video, so we had like for another day. And my dad was the kind of guy who was like, "We'll just keep fucking rewatching," but he didn't watch it. So anyway, he was on the living room floor watching it. He falls asleep.
I remember this, yeah.
30 minutes before the movie's gonna end, he wakes up and decides, "All right, I'll just finish the movie." And he doesn't know what's going on right away. Like, all he knows is about some videotape, and then he fell asleep. So that moment where Samara comes out of the well, and she starts walking towards the TV, and then her hand comes out.
Yeah.
My dad was like in his boxers, just laying on the floor, like comfortable. All of a sudden, started freaking out and going, "What is going on? What the fuck?" He started pointing at the TV as if it was happening to him.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Never
Yeah.
been done. Now they really capitalize on that.
Now they led with that.
Like
Like,
going
go right back.
plasma now.
Yeah. Which I couldn't help but think, like, how's she gonna get out of this? She's gonna have to like lift it up. It's gonna be really awkward for her.
Yeah, why don't
She's
you
coming
just
out
sit
onto
on
the
it?
floor? Yeah.
Just sit on the plasma. She'll stay down.
It seems like she's done this enough times that you could just kind of lunge through it now. I'm wondering, because they have Sadako versus Kayako now in Japan, and I think that's coming to America, and they embraced the quirkiness of that, it seems like, and they had fun with it. I hope this one, is markedly scary, wants to be scary.
And if it is this way, I hope it's a little self-aware. Like, in
Just
terms
enough,
of... Just
yeah.
a little self-aware of what's going on here. Because...
I feel like in franchises now, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, especially with this one, it's like, don't take yourself that serious.
Yeah, it's like if you're doing a new version of a notable franchise property, now you should be a little self-aware, I think. Because there's all that stuff about like, well, why not just make a new movie and call it something else?
Aiden should come back.
You should.
He should. Aiden should come
Totally.
back. Or he should be played by, like, DJ Catrona. That's who Aiden grows
The
up
coolest.
Look him up.
He's so cool after the traumatic ghost events of his
Just work out now.
Yeah.
Sleep with women. You gotta live life. After nearly dying at 11 years old.
And get your balls screwed on.
Yeah.
Screwed on tight.
Who put that tape on? What? Did you put that tape on?
It's the most intense, cool grown-up.
I don't believe this. They added some stuff to the tape.
Yeah, and it looks like they've
Samara
added some...
went through iMovie. Started updating the video. Well, that's modern day technology. I could really make enhancements towards this. It seems like it's kind of simplifying the plot a little more because I don't remember the first trailers doing stuff like day 1, day 2, day 3, like breaking that down. It was more about the story at hand. Yeah, it was counting down. But I remember that being used in effect. Kind of like, Oh yeah, shit, what day are we on?
I don't know if they're going to incorporate that in the movie. I like that it's different. Because
I do.
that's part of the cool part, like you said, about the original Ring, is like you have to kind of jog your memory and wonder about how much time is left.
Yeah, they're definitely going with a different vibe with this, where they can keep it more low budget. This way they can keep the franchise going easily. The first Ring, even though he wasn't a huge director at the time, it was directed by Gore Verbinski. You know?
When it feels like, as I recall The Ring, it feels like a film.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully shot.
Yeah, like it feels like a very genuine kind of somber movie.
Yeah,
and
and even though they got the original director from the Ring, Ring or Ring You, to do the Ring 2 in America, I still thought the first Ring was much better.
I think most people did. I think.
Yeah.
I haven't heard many great things about The Ring 2.
America 1, Japanese 0. No, we totally got it from you guys.
Hey, man, I mean, like, I've heard a fair number of
Shitty
people
Japan.
wondering where J-horror has gone, at least in America. So it would be cool to have it come back for a little bit.
I love how they cast someone who looks so much like Jessica Alba.
I know, right?
Doing like her scene from The Eye in the shower. You might as well have just gotten Jessica Alba to be in this. She's not doing anything. I'll definitely be there to watch it. It looks like it
This
could
looks
be
like fun.
entertaining. We're gonna go watch Don't Breathe sometime soon. Hopefully, if you do.
I'm gonna see the shit out of Don't Breathe this weekend. That's the most, that's the horror movie I'm looking to.
Well, I'm
most.
going tonight by myself.
Lucky
Arclight
duck.
Hollywood, 8:15.
Lucky Duck.
Be there or be Pulp Fiction. Well, thanks for tuning into the channel.
Yeah.
If you like to subscribe to things and be notified anytime there's something new out from us, doesn't that sound fun? I bet you don't have enough of those. You need more in that spam folder. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Do yourself a big favor. John is my friend. Best friend. Brother in heart and arms and blood. DNA composed together. Spliced. I love him.
Just like the movie Splice.
Reasons to Jerry is his Twitter and Instagram handle. He also does the social media managing of Facebook.com/Blumhouse
Blumhouse.
and our Real Rejects site. And the Twitter of the Real Rejects too. That's right, I'm giving John credit because there was this guy. Shout out to JSPHGDNZ. This guy said some rude things on my Instagram. I saw that on his Instagram. He says stupid since 1997, that's his description. And I really capitalize on the fact that he views himself as stupid after he insulted me. And then I even took a screenshot of it and posted it on Instagram. And Instagram took it down because it violated their community guidelines.
Dude, always with the community guidelines, Greg.
Now, I'm not one to apologize on camera. In person, all the time, constantly, I'm the most apologetic guy you'll
That's all
ever
he
meet.
does.
On camera, no. Ego all the way. So, JSPHGTNZ. This is a big deal for you, man. I got carried away. I took out a lot of my aggression on you. Because you're being a fucking asshole. And I'm sorry.